in my opinion, and which is a lot of people's opinion, you are on the best Canadian posse cut of all time, Northern Touch. Like man, like the as far as posse cuts go, as far as Canadian shit goes, like that to me is number one. You know, ever the whole shit is dope. How that actually come about?
Oh, that story. Oh man, you know what? That story should be so, but I'll make it short. It
Okay.
started, and thank you. The compliment first. I want to say,
Yeah.
it's a blessing. You know what I mean? But that started as like a phone call for a compilation, and then it turned out being dropped. Like after 6-7 months, it wasn't doing anything, and then Saul got the Rascals decided to like stripe it onto the Rascals album. The album was completely old or whatever. He had a buzz. He did promo vinyl for it. He sent it out, right? It sat. Canadian DJs had it, but at the same time, he was working for Bad Boy in New York. He was a consultant for Bad Boy. This is the manager of the Rascals. He managed
Okay.
etc. Saul Guy. You can look up Saul Guy. Most people should your industry. He worked at DMG Canada for a minute too. He actually just released a film. I can't remember the name of it. Big up Saul Guy. Yeah, so he did that, and then it just so happened he was in New York. New York, blah blah blah, and Premier started playing it. Pete Rock started in it, and then DMX. We had this. It ended up being the same time with DMX.
Yeah.
No, it was just by chance, just hip hop.
By chance, the same time.
It's just hip hop consciousness. Like you go for something, but no one heard it. When no one took each other, it was just what divine order kind of thing, right? So that happened.
DMX,
so it ended up being a good thing because they were like dicks. They can mix both in the club. So it started in New York City. It didn't start in Canada at all. That's the best thing about something. The Canadians just had it and they fronted on it for like 6 months. I remember one day Saul called me really mad. He goes, all these guys are calling me now for the record. He goes, Thrust, because he's from Vancouver, right? From Van City. And he was like, yo, man, these guys all had it 6 months ago. They all got a bear. So I told them to go look in their crates and they called me back saying they got the record. They go, oh, sorry, Saul. He's like, yeah, you could have broke this. You had this. So you got to give props to Premier and to like Pete Rock and the whole circuit. It's probably Ritz, Eclipse, all them cats. It was the New York City circuit, but we were getting a lot of play in that circuit then. Now the era we were the ones getting hot play for that 3-4 years. So that's how that track led to all being together. And then from that, then we did the video, Little X, a little bit later, and then you saw it. So that song actually had, before it got to the public, there was like this 1.5 year weird journey with the song.
Yeah.
And then we were doing a lot of this stuff. So we didn't know what it was, and then it wasn't until everybody else kind of caught the vibe that we caught the vibe, and then it became what we all shared, party, and continue to party to, man.
Yeah, like for me, I was born in '85, so like that song for me was right when I was starting to get into hip hop, and I was like, oh man, like this song is like fucking. So and Much Music played it like all the time. Like I was like, yeah, like this song right here. Like there's definitely some other Canadian posse cuts. Like Still Too Much. It's a dope one.
Those came after though. But those were after. That was the one.
Yeah.
That was the posse cut before they did it. But get a GC. What was cool about GC that time? A lot of people know because Northern Touch was played on BET too at the same time, which was big. That's what popped the video. And Ghetto was getting played on BET, and I believe the Socrates Too Rude record was getting played as well. Visions, I think, In the Visions with Pharoah Monch, right? I don't know if you remember that record. That record was classic. So like I said, we had a buzz in the state. We had a way bigger buzz in the state. I was in New York. People jumping out of cars when I was in New York visiting all the time. And I'd be in Toronto. Dude's like, oh yeah, my age, bro. It's kind of. I was like, well, you guys will get here it one day. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that was that record, man. And then once the video came, blah blah blah, it was like it was a big party, and we still party, and we just had the anniversary. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones, man. It's always fun to be on one of those records. You never know when it's going to happen. Because nobody knew that record was going to be what it was. Nobody had a clue. Just so you know.